Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a tag that's been going around, Thomas Halbert. I don't know if you guys know who he is, but I'll leave his channel link down below. I watched his, I'm assuming he's the one that started the tag, where you pretty much recreate another YouTuber's makeup tutorial. And I have so many favorites. Like I wanted to do glam and gore, but I don't have any of this stuff. Like I have no paints. I don't have anything FX based. So that was a little intimidating. But then I love my girl Jordan Hanz. I will leave her channel link down below. And of course you guys will be watching it with me. I freaking love it. I'll figure out how to do this because I'm new to this whole link on video bullshit. But I love her. She does a lot of FX, but I feel like, I don't know, maybe I could try one of her tutorials. I was scrolling down her videos and I was like, I can't do Pinhead. I can't, I just want to at least give it a good go. And then I found this ABH Subculture she did 6 months ago. That video right there. So I'm going to click on that. You guys know the ABH palette is... It's a tough palette. Like it's a very pigmented palette. You kind of have to finagle your way to make it work. I managed to like it. You know, it was a palette that I used a few colors on. A few of them I did notice what a lot of people were noticing. But those were colors that I wasn't really actually reaching for when I first got the palette. So I didn't notice all that right away. I got my coffee with me. Don't judge me. I know I'm fat. I'm not sponsored, but Dr. Pepper. Holla at your girl.
Family, this tutorial, as you can tell, is going to be all on the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette. It is a new palette that came out. I'm sure you guys have heard of it, but I purchased it so that I could give you my views on it.
Okay.
And,
I'm not gonna throw on my wig just yet, but I just grabbed a wig. It's blue. It's I don't know. It's teal, but it's like a blue based teal. Anyway.
Prep my face first with this NYX Pore Filler and the NYX Hydra Touch Primer.
I don't have any of those.
Ever.
I don't really use any NYX primers, but I can use my Makeup Forever Step 1 primer, which is moisturizing. I'm assuming that that's what that's a dupe for.
Over my face to prep.
She mixed two. I don't really have.
CC cream.
Wait, girl.
She mixes two. Over my face to prep, and now I'm grabbing the It Cosmetics CC
oh, okay.
cream. And
I have that. Hold on. Oh, I have that right here. I have my F80 kabuki brush. I don't have that kabuki brush, but
all worn down because this is what I wore through Europe when I was there.
Ooh.
I just love that it has 50 SPF. So
I just stopped using this shit. Ooh. So this is the shade medium. So anyway, we all know how inclusive It Cosmetics is with their shade range. So there wasn't too much in between for me to use. I didn't see, I don't know how I think she grabbed it from the brush. I didn't even follow that.
All worn down
yeah,
this is what I wore through Europe when I was there. I just love that it has 50 SPF, so kind of perfect for being out in the sun.
Normally I spray my brush, but she didn't do that. So I'm just following her steps because she doesn't spray her brush like I do. Not a lot of people do.
So this product I don't think I've ever used on my channel yet. It is
don't have that, people.
Glow Setter spray. So
I make my own.
All over and then kind of push it into my makeup with a brush.
Girl!
Necessarily have.
Wait a minute. Let's try that technique because it's no different than when I spray my brush. And is it? Let's see. I make my own spray. I'm not spending money on Glam Glow Boo Boo. Okay. Then fuck.
I just feel like it makes my makeup all hydrated and refreshed.
So she just does the same thing. It definitely does make you more glowy when you do it afterwards.
This is my NARS Chantilly Creamy Radiant Concealer.
Okay.
So
I have it in medium
I use this all
custard.
the time on my high points and to cover any acne spots. I'm grabbing that Glow Setter spray again.
Oh, she does that again.
Just to spray between layers. It's almost like Fix Plus. I used to use Fix Plus all the time between layers, so this kind of does the same thing.
Okay. All right, girl. In stripes. Okay. So she did it in stripes. So this is a medium shade. This is the shade Custard. She has Chantilly. She's clearly a different skin tone than I am. Clearly. She spritz her face. Wait. So she's using the same brush, which you guys know I use a sponge. Because this is not good for aging ass skin. But we doing it the way Jordan Hanz does it. Okay? Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this technique for me. I feel like the brush is leaving me quite a bit not blended.
Set your face just a little bit. This is the Laura Mercier translucent powder.
Got that.
I'm doing it just a tiny bit so it's nice and soft.
Okay, girl.
Alright, Subculture palette.
Alright, whoa. So she uses the brush. Like I'm an old lady, y'all. She says only a little bit. Okay. I'm old, so I need a lot. I don't even know where she's set. She says set your face. So I'm gonna set my whole face. And the Laura Mercier translucent powder is great for setting the whole face. I don't have oily skin, so this is not something that I'm like gung-ho about using. Girl, how do you use this brush to set? This is too much.
I use this palette as much as I possibly can. Show me what you got. So I'm taking the shade Mercury, and I dipped into it.
Why is such a big brush?
Chalky and powdery. I'm going to blend it under my, cheekbone like normal, but it stuck onto my skin a little different than
why such a big?
Kind of some other ones. So I went with a little bit of a lighter touch.
Okay, hold on.
Blended it.
This looks like the Sigma tapered F35 that she's using there. Oh, let's watch this again. Yeah, it looks like the same brush. I just need to confirm that she literally just used an eyeshadow.
Alright, Subculture palette. Let's see what you have inside of you. I'm going to use this palette as much as I possibly can.
Okay.
Show me what you got.
It's very creative,
So I'm
though.
taking the shade Mercury, and I dipped into it, and it's definitely a little chalky and powdery.
Mine's is not as much.
I'm going to blend it under my...
I know how powerful this palette is, so I'm going to be...
stuck onto my skin a little different than kind of some other ones, so I went with a little bit of a lighter touch.
Girl.
And blended it out that way. They are really
What is you making me do?
But I was a little surprised at when I would just barely tap the product, how much would fall off. So I'm going in with a really soft touch, and you can see all of it is just kind of pouring out. It did still blend out nicely once I went in and just tapped the product and really used my brush to get in there.
What is we doing, baby?
A lot when it comes to this palette. I'm even going for blush. This is the color.
No, wait, whoa, baby. Ma'am. Ma'am. What am I supposed to do with this? Oh, yeah. Fucking model status. And I'm using this, I think I'm using the same brush, the same Sigma looking brush. This looks fucking hideous on me. I'm using more of a blending type brush. I know what works on my face. I'm sorry, I'm really trying to make this work. I'm not trying to look crazy. I mean, she's fucking artistic as hell. So I could see her vision. She's trying to use the palette as much as possible. I look fucking insane. All right. I want to cry.
Blush. This is the Roxy color.
Roxy's my favorite.
A tiny bit and blending it out. I even added a little bit of face powder of my color on top just so it was a little lighter. Okay.
Okay, no, I'm not using this, Jordan. I can't. I'm trying to make it look believable that I know how to do makeup, okay, guys?
One of my new favorite primers, just putting that all over. And since the palette...
Okay. So I use the Essence I Love Stage. It's actually one of my favorite primers. And I don't use a lot of primers. Ugh. I really don't. I'd rather just use my concealer and call it a day.
And since the palette does come with a brush, I was like, fuck it. I want to put the brush to the test too. Okay. So I only am going to use the brush for the entire eye look. This is Dawn, which is a great kind of light transition shade. So I'm taking the fluffy brush side and just blending that right in my crease. I know I kind of wanted to do like a halo type eye. And with some layering, that seemed to blend out pretty nicely. I didn't have any issues with it. And then I grabbed New Wave.
Way girl.
The color drew me to this palette. I fucking love mustards. It's like an orangey mustard.
I love mustard.
And instead of going super hard with the fluffy brush, I decided I wanted to pack the eyeshadows more. Which, when I started to pack the eyeshadows more, it helped immensely. Since it is kind of powdery and, you know, super pigmented, packing it down, God, so many P words in a row, helped me to get the best color payoff as I was going.
Okay.
Blending just...
Let's do this. He packed it down first and then, you know, blended.
Between the layers, I grabbed Edge, which is the lighter yellow in the palette, and just put that right towards the center, still using that packing brush and pushing the color into my eyelid as much as possible.
Okay.
Axis is the
color
that towards the center, still using that packing brush and pushing the color into my eyelid as much.
Okay. So she's taking it on the center. She actually has take New Wave and put it right here. Looks like she took New Wave all the way into like I do. There you go. Take Edge. We're just gonna pack this on the center of the lid. Such a pretty color. Like, I am so terrified of doing like yellows.
This is the other color that really drew me in. This teal is so pretty.
Okay,
I'm just gonna take that and lightly put it in my crease, creating more of that kind of circular halo eye shape.
Okay.
And like I said before,
oh my God,
you're down to sit there and just kind of pack the eyeshadows more, use a very light touch. I think with these matte shades, even though they are kind of powdery, you can get a really nice blend if you just use that packing brush to lightly touch the skin and blend it out that way.
Okay. Axis is absolutely beautiful, but it could be one of the most patchiest colors you probably ever use in this palette so far. I think that one and Destiny, which is actually my other favorite shade. I'm not really meant for like a cut crease. So this is looking real crazy right now. I'm just trying to blend this, guys. I don't know if I could even make this look good. You can't pay me to make this look good. I'm literally using my pants as a color switch. No shame. Okay, so she's gonna take this shade Fudge.
Transition from the green into the yellow.
Okay.
Just lightly putting it on with that denser side of the brush. And it's gonna be all about the pressure of your brush.
Okay.
You can really manipulate the shades to get a nice soft gradient.
Okay.
If you put the color down where you want it and then pat it out.
Okay. It's actually kind of not bad right now. Once I added the brown, I think the green was just messing with me.
Roxy All-Star and Rowdy. I'm using Rowdy, which is the darker purple shade, just in the outer corner. Adding Roxy towards the inner. And then kind of mixing between the darker purple and pink.
Okay. Rowdy's actually one of my favorite shades in this palette too. I always get a nice little smoky eye with Rowdy. And she says she takes Roxy in the center. I don't know. Do we have the same eye shape? I don't know. I think she did All-Star in the inner corner.
Yellow towards the center. But man, because there was so much fallout, I did take that powder of my shade again and just use that to blend out some of the edges of the eye and kind of get where my little eye...
Okay. So she took Edge and popped it in the middle, in the center here, like that. The translucent powder again on, because I have quite a bit of fallout. I have quite a bit of fallout, and not that I need any more cake on my face.
Product I was so freaking excited to use. It's the MAC
I don't have that.
Wheel eyeliner. Like, look at that. Isn't that
I wasn't
such
doing the
an
pizza cutter
interesting
thing.
concept? And it actually creates pretty good straight lines. I'm very surprised. So since I did matte eyeshadows throughout the entire look, I wanted there to be a graphic liner element. You obviously know I'm all about that liner too.
Girl.
And if you use this liner in very short strokes, you can manage the thickness. It does go on very thin, so I did go back and forth very slowly to get a little bit thicker. It's just kind of nice because you don't have to move your hand too much.
I don't have that, girl.
Different angles to get the eyeliner to do exactly what you want. You just hold it like that. And
oh, we fucking this up.
On. And a tip is to just keep your eyelids relaxed and look down at the mirror so you can see exactly what you're doing and so that they can kind of sort of match pretty well.
Okay. We're gonna try this now. I have my NYX liquid eyeliner, which This not gonna be fun, I'm telling you. Okay. I really just don't know what I'm doing right now. Like, I'm like going to die here. I'm looking at her, like where she took it. I'm trying to be cautious, okay. And knowing. Oh my god, I messed up already. But I'm getting drag queen vibes, which I'm not even mad at. Not as long. Okay, good. Okay. I'm not going to go like in-depth craziness with this.
Change bottom lashes, I was like, there needs to be something else on the bottom to counteract the top. And these little black rhinestones are perfect. I just added those down. Those can kind of act like my bottom lashes instead of actual bottom lashes. And like I said earlier,
hold on, I gotta think. These little rhinestone-y like things, they're not as big as those. But I have that and eyelash glue and the possibilities are endless, right? How am I gonna take this out? Jordan, you're gonna have to message me. I'm gonna have to stalk you.
Bad to have some fluffy little eyebrows, and I wet the brush just so that the color would be a little more like a liner. And then I put eyeshadow on my Cupid's bow, but
she did like brush like hair like strokes. Kind of fucked that up on the first try.
I put eyeshadow on my Cupid's bow, but I don't like how it looks, so ignore that.
Oh,
Ashton
girl.
liquid lipstick from Anastasia.
Oh, I got that. Oh, I got that. Girl, I was gonna ignore that.
Which I guess really didn't matter in the end anyways, because I just covered it with eyeshadow. Because I love using eyeshadows on lipsticks, because it can create some really cool dimensions. And I did use a matte shade, which did in turn, you know, end up
she didn't say what the fuck she used.
Looking, but
popped on another stud on her Cupid's bow. And you know what? In the spirit of Jordan, and I can't have the piercing, I'll do that too. Just using the end of my brush to do that. Why not? I'm already here, guys. I'm already here. Do the Eyelure Vegas Nay Grand Glamour, because I really don't.
Waterline, I wanted the eyeshadow to be able to hold on to something, so I just popped on a little bit of white liner in there.
NYX.
And put the yellow edge color right on top.
Okay.
Set that bad boy, and
we don't want it to go anywhere. Alright, so I'm going to use my NYX Milk pencil. It's the only white pencil I have. It actually looks really good. Off angled brush and take edge. Okay, that's pretty cool. You're supposed to set the face so it doesn't go anywhere, right? So this is my MACKENZIE wig. I'll leave the link to the review down below. This was done a few years ago, but I know for a fact that people like this wig still. I'm not sure if it's still sold, but whatever. This is like a center part. Okay, so this is the completed look. This is a pretty graphic, dramatic look. I don't know how I did. I don't know. I will leave the details down below of the wigs and the wig stuff that I use, along with Jordan's video. I mean, I think it's pretty cool when you go outside the box and try to recreate someone's tutorial and you try to do the techniques that they do to see if it works for you. Personally, her foundation technique does not work for me. Some of it does, some of it doesn't. I rather use my brush, spritz my face, blend my foundation with my brush, and then pounce on it with my dampened beauty blender, because I feel on my dry skin it gives me this flawless melted look, which I love. I do feel like my nose is cakey as hell right now. It's got like, it's breaking up. I feel like I didn't do a very good job, but this is the look that she kind of went for. I did not. I don't think I did a very good job recreating the look. The liner is a disaster. I know I did a lot of cussing. I was kind of worried that I was not going to get this look at all. And I don't know how I feel about it, because it's just not for me. I think Jordan rocked the shit out of it. She made it work. She made it usable. She gave great techniques on how to blend very pigmented matte shadows as this. And I feel like I didn't get as much patchiness as I normally get when I use this palette, because I followed her technique. So that's pretty much it. I followed Jordan Hanz' Subculture tutorial to get this look. Let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys like this video. Please thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And as always, I will see you guys in my next video. Love you guys. Bye.